Hello children, my name is Rachel. It's lovely to see you again. Let's start our letters and sounds lesson and learn to read some new words. Let's read some phonemes you already know. I'll show you the graphemes on the cards and I want you to read them aloud. This first digraph says oi. Remember digraph, 2 letters, 1 sound. This digraph says ow. Now it's your turn. Off you go. Let's check you got them right. Read aloud with me. Oi. Ow. Ow. A. Okay, now I'm going to mix them up so that they are in a different order. I want you to read the graphemes on the cards aloud. Off you go. Let's check you got them right. Read aloud with me. A. Ow. Ow. Oi. Sh. Well done. Super sounds. Now, let's read some words with graphemes we already know. Have a look at this one. Can you spot the digraph? Remember digraph, 2 letters, 1 sound. Yes, the digraph is ow. Read each sound, then blend. Point to the picture that matches the word. Ow, crown. Here is the picture of the crown. Did you get it right? Well done. Can you spot the digraphs in this word? 2 letters, 1 sound. It's quite a few. Have you got them? Yes, the digraphs are here, here, and here. Read each sound as I point, then blend and read the word. Are you ready? Look at the pictures. Point to the picture that matches the word. Sh, ow, shower. Here is the picture of the shower. Did you get it right? Well done. Try this one. Can you spot the digraph? Yes, the digraph is Read each sound, then blend. Point to the picture that matches the word. String. Here is the picture of the string. Did you get it right? Final word. Can you spot the digraphs? Yes, the digraphs are sh and a. Read each sound, then blend. point to the picture that matches the word. Shape. Shape. Here is the picture of the shape. Well done. Now I'm going to mix the words up. Can you read the words on the cards without sounding out? Let's see how quickly you can read them. Off you go. Let's check you got them right. Read aloud with me. Let's see how speedy we can be. Shape, shower, crown, string. Excellent reading. Now let's sound talk some words with the phonemes ow, and oi. Copy me. Say the sounds and then see if you can blend the sounds to say the word. G, r, ow, n, d. G, r, ow, n, d. Your turn. G, r, ow, n, d. Ground. Can you touch the ground? Copy me again. Say the sounds, then blend the sounds to say the word. G, l. G, l. Your turn. G, l. Girl. Well done. Let's sound talk our final word. Copy me. Say the sounds, then blend the sounds to say the word. Let's chunk it up. First bit, n. Second bit, j, oi. Put them together. N, j, oi, joy. Enjoy. Copy me. Put your hand under your chin and say enjoy. Remember, each time you feel your hand go down, it's a syllable. Ready? Enjoy. That's 2 syllables. I enjoy listening to lively music in the morning. Now have a look here. Can you spot the grapheme that says ow? Have you got it? That's right. This grapheme makes the sound ow. Can you point to the grapheme that says oi? Have you got it? Yes, this says oi. How about the grapheme that says Excellent, yes, this says Well done, children. Let's read some words. I want you to spot the graphemes which make the sounds ow, and oi. Are you ready? Okay. Can you spot the grapheme that says oi in this word? Yes, this says oi. Are you ready to read? It's a longer word, so we'll chunk it up. Off you go. Let's read the word together. N, j, oi, joy. Enjoy. Sometimes I enjoy a nice glass of orange juice with my breakfast. Have a look at this one. Can you spot the grapheme that says ow in this word? Yes, this says ow. Read each sound, then blend. Let's read together. G, r, ow, n, d. Ground. We planted some tomato seeds in the ground. Try this one. Can you spot the grapheme that says ow in this word? Yes, this says ow. Read each sound, then blend. Let's read it together. Out, out. It's always fun to go out to play after a busy morning. Can you spot the grapheme that says oi in this word? Yes, this says oi. Are you ready to read? It's a longer word, so we'll chunk it up. Off you go. Let's read together. An, oi, an oi. Brothers and sisters sometimes annoy each other. Can you spot the grapheme that says in this word? Have you got it? Yes, this says Ready to read? Off you go. Let's read it together. Girl. Did you get it right? Well done. Final word. Can you spot the grapheme that says in this word? Have you got it? Yes, this says read the word. Let's read it together. First. The first ride we went on at the fun fair was the roller coaster. Now I am going to mix the words up so that they are in a different order. Have a good mix up. Can you read the words on the cards without sounding out? Off you go. Let's check. Read them with me. Out, ground, girl, enjoy, annoy, first. Incredible! We are on fire today, children. Now, let's practice reading some tricky words we've read before. Have a look at this one. You know how to read this tricky word. Can you remember the tricky bit? Can you remember? Yes, the tricky bit is here, and this says Can you read the word? Let's read it together. Come. Now let's practice reading another tricky word. It's a bit like come. Have a look. You know how to read this tricky word. Can you remember the tricky bit? Yes, you're right. Same again. The tricky bit is here, and this says Well done. Can you read the word? Let's read it together. Some. Now I'm going to mix the words up and I want you to read them quickly. Are you ready? Off you go. Let's check. Read them with me. Some. Come. Well done. Now let's read a sentence with graphemes we already know. Can you see any words with digraphs? Have you got them? Yes, these words have digraphs. Oi, and look at this one, we've got sh, ow, and Now, I want you to read aloud as I point to the words. Remember to sound out any words you are not sure of. Ready? Excellent reading. Now, let's read the sentence together. Read with me as I point to the words. I enjoy a hot shower. Let's read the sentence one more time. Ready? I enjoy a hot shower. A hot shower is a lovely way to warm up on a cold day. Wow! Let's finish by spelling some words, because if you can read a word, then you can have a go at spelling it. You'll need paper and something to write with. Are you ready? Okay, let's spell two words with graphemes we already know. Let's spell ground. Segment the sounds with me. Ground. G, r, ow, n, d. Let's count how many sounds there are. G, r, ow, n, d. That's 5 sounds. Watch me write ground. I need 5 sounds. G, r. Now, ow is a digraph. 2 letters, 1 sound. So I need to write 2 letters. G, r, ow. N, d. G, r, ow, n, d. Ground. Okay, I'm going to hide the word. Now it's your turn. Say the word, say the sounds, and write them down. Don't forget you need 5 sounds. Don't forget that digraph. Are you ready? Shall we check our spelling? Show me your spelling. Let's check mine. G, r, ow, n, d. Ground. Did you get it right? Let's try another one. Let's spell enjoy. Segment the sounds with me. Enjoy. E, n, j, oy. Let's count how many sounds there are. E, n, j, oy. That's 4 sounds. Watch me write enjoy. I need 4 sounds. E, n, j, oy is a digraph, so I need to write 2 letters. E, n, j, oy. Enjoy. Okay, let's hide the word. Now it's your turn. Say the word, say the sounds, and write them down. Are you ready? Shall we check our spelling? Show me your spelling. Let's check mine. E, n, j, oy. Enjoy. Did you get it right? Well done. Now let's spell the word sum, our tricky word. We've spelt it before, but let's practice spelling it again. Segment the sounds with me. Sum. S, m. Let's count how many sounds there are. S, m. That's 3 sounds. Can you remember the tricky bit? Yes, it's tricky because the O and the E say Watch me write sum. S. And then we need the O and the E to say And then we'll come back and write in our S, sum. But when you write it, we need to write it in order. S, sum. Okay, I'm going to hide the word. You have a go. Say the word, say the sounds, and write them down. Don't forget the tricky bit. You need the letters O and E to make the sound How are you getting on? Are you finished? Shall we check? Show me your spelling. Let's check my spelling. S, sum. Does yours look just like that? Did you get it right? Fantastic. Children, I am so proud of you. You have worked so hard today with your reading and your spelling, and I can't wait to see you next time for another lesson with Letters and Sounds.